Hello students, today we are going to discuss our next topic from the chapter 6, that is the water resources. Already we had discussed last day on demand of the water for the irrigation. But today our topic of discussion is emerging the water problems. Like we know that in case of the world the use of the utilization of the water resources has increased. Due to the increase of the population day by day, the what increase there is a per capita availability of the water is decreases because we are using the water in an indiscriminate way. Water resources getting polluted day by day, and water resources like it is destroyed by the industrial, agricultural, and the domestic effluents, and this in turn in further it is limiting the availability of the water resources. So day by day what happened, day by day the per capita availability of the water is decreasing, and the main reason of decrease of this water resources is the increase of the population. Generally what happened, the water resources is huge amount of the water resources are present in our world, but the water resources gets polluted. It is became polluted due to the industrial use, due to the agricultural use, as well as due to the different kind of the domestic effluents also. Suppose in case of the domestic sector we are using indiscriminate amount of the water, where availability of the water is very high, we are using water in an indiscriminate way, we are wasting the water. Side by side, whatever the domestic effluents are there or whatever the domestic waste are there, ultimately they are going to mix with the water. In case of the industries also, they are actually whatever waste is created in the industry, they are also going to mix with the water of the river or the water of the pond only. In case of the agricultural areas also, we are putting the different kind of the pesticides, insecticides in the agricultural land. So ultimately when rainfall occurred, that rainfall washed away those pesticides and insecticides, and ultimately it is going to mix with the groundwater, or it is going to pour in any kind of the like pond or the river bodies and all. And in this way actually we have seen that pollutants in the water it's increasing, and due to increase in the pollution in this water resources, our availability of the water resources is decreasing day by day. So this is a serious problem that is emerging in the present days. The main problem starts with the deterioration of the quality of the water. Actual amount of the water may be not decreasing in the world, but the quality of the water or the purity of the water that is decreasing day by day due to the unwanted foreign substances. Because the pure water means this water are the hygienic water where no unwanted substances are there. But in case of the water pollution, the purity of the water is get destroyed where the unwanted forest substances mixed with the water get polluted, such as different chemicals mixed with the water. Like I said, in case of the industries they are using different chemicals, and ultimately when we are releasing those water from the industries, they are going to mix. Most of the industries of India having link with the rivers only, so they are going to mix with the river and they make pollute the water. As well as in case of the agricultural sector, they are using a high amount of the fertilizers as well as the insecticides, pesticides. So ultimately this foreign substances or this microorganism going to mix with the water bodies. Without this, the general waste that is created in the hospital or that is created in our houses, ultimately all the things dumps in the water bodies only. You have seen the oceans and all, everything is dumped over there. So due to that, the quality of the water is decreasing day by day, and ultimately the water became unfit for the human use. Now the next thing is there, the toxic substances, like this kind of the toxic things that is going to mix with the river, lakes or the ocean bodies, that is get dissolved with the water, and this is result to the pollution of the water or the water pollution. And this is only the result of the quality of the water is deteriorating day by day. The pollutants also, like actually sometimes happen, this is not going to mix with the river and all, it is actually there in the soil, and ultimately with the rainfall and all these things get diluted by the water and they seep down and they polluted the groundwater also. So in this way only we have seen, like last day we were discussing, in West Bengal the amount of the arsenic is increasing, in some other states amount of the other kind of the material is increasing. So in case of the water pollution, that is another effect, that generally the things mixed with the soil and those like pollutants, it's actually dilute with the water and they seep down with the water only, and they pollute the groundwater. In case of, you will see the India, the rivers like the Ganga, Yamuna, all the rivers, it's highly polluted. There are so many action plans are there, Narmada Bachao Andolan or Namami Gange project, all other projects are working behind this. But actually all the things like we are using the water in an indiscriminate way, as well as all the pollutants are going to mix with this river only. That's why these rivers are highly polluted in this country. So this is about the deterioration of the water quality, or the question can come like how this water get polluted. So immediately we can write due to the domestic uses, due to the industrial uses, or due to the agricultural purposes. So because of this reasons only the water gets polluted, and the amount of the water may be not decreasing, but actually the quality of the water is deteriorating. So we are not getting the fresh water, or we are not getting the water which is drinkable. So this is actually about the deterioration of the quality of the water. So for today this much only. Thank you so much.